Welcome to round 4. I don't remember what we're up against, but it might very likely be Grixis Delver, since that's pretty much everywhere on Magic Online right now. Our hand is quite good, like I really like it. It has the second land that we need, and we've got a lot of business and a lot of acceleration. So this is what, like, outside of the totally busted like turn 2, turn 3 kill hands, this is one of the best like early games and grindy hands that you can get with Elves. Opponent has problem. At that point I'm always like, oh, please don't have Cabal Therapy, but he already played a land. So technically, if he goes for like land, Gitaxian Probe you know that he either doesn't have, well, you basically know that he doesn't have a Black Source and Cabal Therapy, because even if he draws one of them, he still couldn't go for Black Source Cabal Therapy, and like that's just some minor information that, like, since you can't really use that information for anything, but that's just something that you should always like randomly pick up, because sometimes you happen to be in a spot where it actually does matter. So I will probably just go for Deathrite Shaman here. Yeah, because the upside, once again, like, I don't really like losing Deathrite Shaman here, but the upside, if it lives, is so big that we get to play. Oh, now he has the Cabal Therapy, so maybe he just made a mistake. Maybe he shouldn't have played that Volcanic Island the first turn, or he actually ended up drawing the Black Source and the Cabal Therapy off the draw from the Gitaxian Probe and from the turn. We don't know that, but yeah. He takes away both Visionaries, which is super annoying, but the thing is, since he doesn't have a clock, and like all the cards, not all the cards, but the average power of our cards in our deck is much greater because of all those like synergies that increase the power once they're in play. That's why I like this position. Like we've got initiative. We are the guys asking the questions, and he's like trying to contain us. If that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so now we're pretty much in a top deck war, but a top deck war where we have Green Sun Senate, which feels like cheating because it gets us like the best card we could draw here. And he's back in Dirtletown, trying to ponder into something he needs, which would... oh, Brainstorm, okay. He really wants Delver here. Or maybe Zombiefish at least. He finds neither, and he's only got 2 cards in hand. Guess I'm gonna get Ooze here, since the opponent showed a lot of weakness. Downside of getting Ooze is that it's still in bolt range, but doesn't really matter anyway, since he forces Force, Pitch Probe. Okay, great, so now we just take him down to 10, and now we are in literal top deck war, have more mana and more power on the battlefield, and well, don't want to say definitely better draws, but like any Green Sun Senate we draw here is insane. Visionary is also like really good, Deathrite Shaman is really good, whereas he's mostly trying to draw... since he doesn't have card advantage, it's very hard for him to draw anything relevant here, because he needs to deal with our guys and get ahead. So maybe what he wants to find here is Deathrite Shaman, so we can't attack anymore while he gets to like slowly rebuild his hand or board. If you find Deathrite Shaman to Delver, that's definitely good. And since this is the first game, I might play the Heritage to it. Yeah, just get more beats on. This is actually a very typical game for Elves against Delver. Like, you trade a lot of resources. Say he played 1, 2, 3. He played 3 removal spells, forced a spell, and hit a creature with double therapy. But if they don't have any kind of any kind of pressure, like, doesn't really matter too much, because you've just got too many 1/1s. And if you draw Pendelhaven, it's even better, because then they can't even block properly anymore unless they have Zombiefish. Yeah, and I think at this point there's actually literally nothing that he can draw anymore in the first game that helps him. We even got the Wineswept Teeth, which will turn into another creature at this end of turn if you need to. And he just concedes. Yep. Sometimes Heritage Druid beats just get there.